Oh, come on. What?
Can I pet your lizard now? Or is it not?
Huh?
Can I pet your lizard?
No, we're not petting my lizard. Let's see. A little closer. We're gonna get on. Hi, Tammy. Just having a little video issues. Let me turn this off so we don't get a double whatever. Alright. So, I'm Amber Whittemore, and I'm going to be your demonstration tonight. So we got a few things going on. I'm going to be showcasing the Elegantly Said bundle, and it's a punch bundle, and it's an absolutely gorgeous suite. But before I do that, I wanted to talk about our promotion Stampin' Up's doing. It's called Join Plus. You get to make a starter kit for $155, and you only pay $99. Plus it is free shipping, plus you get a free paper pumpkin worth $20, plus catalogs and business supplies. So you get all that, and it's only tonight, for the rest of the night, and tomorrow till midnight. It's a May promotion. It's a big exciting thing, and if you want to join, you don't want to miss this, because even the shipping can be up to 20 bucks, especially for $155 worth. So you're just adding it. It's close to $200 worth of stuff for $99. So you're getting it basically half off. And I'd absolutely love to have you on my team. So that is the last 2 days for this, so get yourself going. Alright, so enough of the promotional stuff. So I'm going to showcase the Elegantly Said bundle. It actually is a suite, but we're not going to use the suite products. I'll use that in a different tutorial. I wanted to showcase this beautiful stamp set. And it is wishing you a wonderful birthday, happy anniversary. All the things you do are simply amazing. Thank you. For you. Life has changed for you, but love and support never will. And true love stories last forever. And it's absolutely gorgeous. And then it comes with this awesome punch. And one of our fellow stampers actually did a die cut to show us how to extend it, how to make it more, all the different pieces, so it looks like elegant puzzle pieces, but you can do bookmarks, you can do all kinds of stuff. I'm going to show you the very basic what you can do with it, but this punch is very versatile, so even if you don't want this beautiful stamp set, this punch is a must. Alright, so first card we're going to do is this one. And I call it the quote card, but it's actually from the annual catalog, which, mind you, use your annual catalog. It's a great reference point, especially if you're looking for some new ideas. I love this because it uses DSP and a bunch of different ones, and that's why I call it a quote card, because it reminds me of one of the homemade quotes. And I actually did this card for my card ministry at my church. So we're going to change it up. I know my favorite color is purple. Thank you, Tammy. But I'm going to do Coastal Cabana. Change it up. And then I'm using the paper that you can get as a host reward. And this 48 sheets of 12 by 12. Like, and I forget how much it is. Let's see. Get exactly. Pull this out. It's on page 177. It's called Pattern Party 12 by 12. And with your host rewards, you're paying for all that paper only $18, and it regularly runs $30. And the best part about this paper is, yes, it's got all the fun patterns. But if you like the True Love designer paper from the mini catalog, it's got all the black and white on the opposite side. So you're getting patterns in both color and black and white. So it gives you a lot of options. Do you know how many cards you can make with 48 pieces of DSP? So what I did is I cut a bunch up to give it some options. And you're going to do your standard A2 card, your 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I'm using Coastal Cabana. You can use any cardstock that you have, DSP, because remember, it's like a quilt. So if you got little scraps of DSP lying around, you can make these awesome cards and use it all up. And then we need a piece of white at 5 1/4 by 4, and this is going to be for your inside. And then I have a piece of scrap white for the punch. And then for the one layer of our card, the basic white needs to be 3.5 by 4 3/4. And that's the piece I'm going to be working with first. So what I'm going to do is, because I got the Coastal Cabana going on over there, so I'm going to want to use this one, blue. And basically, you're just playing with paper. You're paper piecing. And it can be any which way. And I'm not using any of the back side because I want the colors. But you can do whatever you want. And basically what I'm doing is I'm spacing them to get a kind of idea what it's going to look like. And these little pieces are 1.5 by 1.5. I like that. Well, I'm going to throw this down there and put the hearts. So it's just supposed to be fun. I know the scraps never end, Jamie, so I'm finding ways to use them. Alright, so I use Tombow Glue. You can use whatever adhesive you choose. I chose Tombow Glue because it gives you a little leeway. This one's got a little bit more in it. Remember, a little bit, not a lot. And then I'm gonna go like this. And I'm leaving about 1/16 of an inch going on here. Because that's why I'm doing the top ones first. Because then I can center that middle one the best I can. Maybe. My glue does not want to start. Because I need to break open my new glue, but I'm trying not to open a new glue before I use the old ones up, because I have a very bad habit of doing that. And that's why I have 3 open. And I basically did the top 2 because the middle one I can easily just center in between. And that's why I use glue, so I can move it around a little bit. Gives me a little bit of leeway. Not a lot, because I pushed it down, but it does work. And there. And I want that space a little bit in the middle. So you guys enjoying your Memorial Day weekend? I have not really gone out at all. It's been a little weird, but it's been okay too. Come on. I'm getting mad at my glue. Straighten that out. I can see my one piece. I could have trimmed, but it's okay because as you can see, my center focal point's gonna go over that, so it's okay. Not worried about it. Now you can glue this down, but I chose to do dimensionals. Honestly, Tammy, that was been my favorite. I've been relaxing, doing nothing, hanging out with my kiddo, and I've been playing with my new art supplies and getting stuff done that I said I need to get done, so it's been really nice. And so, my handy take a pic tool. Love this thing. I almost thought about buying another one just to put it in my to-go bag so I never lose the one on my desk. And I will tell anybody who's joining or anybody who is crafting at all, this needs to be in your shopping cart. It's a $10 tool, but it is a lifesaver and a frustration saver. I think you'll hear that from almost every demonstrator who's ever used it, that tool is the best thing in the world. Alright, so we're gonna center this in the middle. Like, it's a relatively simple card, but it's fun. Alright, so I'm gonna stick that to the side. And now we're going to do some stamping. And I need, this one's All the Things You Do Are Simply Amazing. And that's the one I'm going to use for this one. And I'm going to do it in Coastal Cabana. And I did it on my scrap piece. And I always flip mine over so I can center it exactly where I want. And this one I want more towards the top. Like so. And then while we have our ink going on here, I'm going to do the inside of the card. I didn't do the inside of the card for this one, but I want to put the fun flower inside. And I'm going to put it directly in the Coastal Cabana, and I'm going to stamp off because I want it a little bit duller. And then I'm going to do it only partially here. And then that's ready to go. It just decorates the inside. Can I get enough glue to put it in? You know what? I'm going to do that last, instead of messing with my glue. And I'm going to clean this because I need it for another color. Stick that over here. Now I also need a piece of scrap, and I'm using it the same as my card base, which is Coastal Cabana. Now if you cut it just a bit smaller, you can actually slip this out and make it longer and bigger, but I did not do that because I'm just cutting out a piece. I'm taking my handy scissors and cutting it in half. Like so. Let's see. Yeah. I'm gonna do it this way. It works. I'm just putting that a little up there. And I'm going to go. It's in the back, and you just want it to give color on both sides. I'm using my Stampin' Seal just because I'm fighting with my glue. And normally I use my glue. It just doesn't matter. And you make that awesome pretty thing going on there. And I'm done with my Coastal Cabana. And I think this is Sheer Pearl Party. I think it's a new one. Maybe. Let's see if it can open. I think this is the Sheer Pool Party. I'm not even sure if it's retired or not, but I'm just going to do a simple bow. Give myself some finger room to move. I don't do bows for a reason, and this is why, because I hate showing them. But every card I make always has bows. So I guess I should, you know, learn to like them. But that's another one of my suggestions. June 1st, we're going to have a last chance product sale. And we're going to be putting a lot of stuff on deep discount. And I'm going to tell you something. Ribbon is a must-have. Thank you, Tammy. So even if it's being discounted, I'm going to tell you there are a bazillion ways to use ribbon, and it always steps up your project. Always. I think I always do for the last checks product sale. I always go gun-ho on the ribbon because I use so much of it. And I'm using just a simple glue dot, especially for this sheer ribbon. And I'm going to place it right about there. And I thought that was pretty. And then you can sit there and fiddle with it till you get it to your liking. And then we're back with our dimensionals. Like I said, this is a very simple card. Not complicated at all. Just a great way to use up scraps. Or use that paper that you weren't too sure what to do with, because it was a little over patterned for your liking, or you thought it was too busy. So we're going to take this and we're going to stick that right in the middle, right there. And it wouldn't be a card that I've made without adding some kind of gem to it. So I'm going to take my holiday rhinestones and my Take a Pick tool, and I'm going to use this light blue one right here because I really like the way it comes out in the middle. So that's good for the front. And then I'm going to take that middle, or the inside part, put some glue on there, and center in the middle. Now I got a pretty card to send out. But I love it because I live in the country and we are all about quotes. So this card was a real big hit in my church ministry. So I wanted to show you a way to use up all that DSP and those scraps, and you want to get rid of it, go ahead. So there's this one. Now we're going to go on to the second card, which I actually learned when I went to an open house by Rebecca O'Donnell, and Linda Wood taught me this card, and it was so super simple and so pretty. Thank you, Tammy. I'm going to show you guys how to do it because it just shows you different ways that you can use up that DSP, but also use the cool stamps going on in here, and I love it. So right here, we have our black A2 card, scored at 4 1/4. They are easy to do. They're actually kind of addicting. And then we have our standard 5 1/4 by 4 for inside. And then our purple is 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. Our DSP is 1 1/2 by 4 1/4. That's the one. And this is my scrap, and I'm using fresh freesia in black. And then my white piece is 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. Real simple to do. Yeah, this is my scrap piece for my my punch. But it's literally the same concept, except we're putting the DSP over here, and we're using these pretty stamps going on here. I'm working the beautiful insight going on here. Alright. So the first thing I'm going to do is put my scrap pieces up, put those two pieces here, and I want to do my stamping first. I'm using Highland Heather. You can use fresh freesia, Highland Heather, whatever you want. And I'm going to take this really pretty cool border stamp right here. Get it inked up. And go to the edge. Now see, what I did was, I didn't go to the edge. I'm bad at eyeballing those. But that's okay, because it looks good either way. Because now it looks like I did it on purpose, so it's all good. Alright, and then she did the flower, which took the flower, she stamped off, and we went up a little bit, like so. It's real pretty, like that. And I'm done with the Highland Purple, so I'm going to put it away because I tend to get ink everywhere. Alright, so we're going to get to gluing this on and starting her card base. So it's going to go in the front of your card base. And I'm going to get mad enough that I think I'm going to open up a new glue. Yep. Be right back. New glue time. Tombow. Alright, so we're gonna go, and I'm gonna put a little bit on here. I gotta remember this is a new one, so it's gonna come out really fast on me. And the white piece that we stamped is gonna go over to your right, and you're gonna give yourself a little space. And then I'm gonna take that fresh freesia, because it's gonna be the layer. Like that. And we're gonna make sure it's got a little bit of space in between. There we go. And then this is my Hydrangea Hill Designer Series paper that if you like that you should probably go get, because it will be going and it will go fast. And then I'm gonna center it right in the middle. Give it a little turn. Like that. Of course that's crooked and it's gonna drive me crazy. This is why I use Tombow Glue. Oh, I fibbed. I wasn't done with my Highland Purple. So I'm just gonna take that flower, stamp off, on, stamp off, and then twist it like we did for the other one, except I'm going to put the bigger flower up in the corner. Now I'm done with that. Now I'm done with the Highland Heather. Alright, so we got this going on here, and I'm going to apply the base, or the inside piece, to the base so it doesn't get lost on my desk. I'm going to stick it right in here. Center it inside there. I'm looking too much. There. So then that's over with that. Now we're going to bring out those scraps because we're going to need these again. So I need a sympathy card. So I'm using Life Has Changed for You, but my love and support never will. And I'm going to do this in Memento Black. Step that up. Put that in there. And I don't like the way it's stamped. Paper has two sides. Do it again. Move. There we go. That's good. And then I'm going to go, and I'm going to do the same thing, maybe not. I guess I got to trim a little bit of this off. Went up too high. So I'm going to go like this, make sure it's centered in. Pop that in. I'm going to close up this Memento Black because I will smear a card with it. And I'm going to take the fresh freesia and stick it in there. There we go. Like so. But it's basically the same concept with it. You're just popping that color in the back. Now, I'm going to take my new one. I'm going to put a dot here and a dot here. You don't need a lot of this glue. It really holds. I love this glue. Like this. And then pop that up there. So simple. Make sure none of the extra glue's anywhere. And then we got the really pretty thing going on here. And I'm going to change up because I'm going to do a sparkle ribbon. And this glitter ribbon is we carried it over in our annual catalog, and I love this ribbon. Love it. And I was just looking for an excuse to honestly use it because I love it. It's so pretty. That's right. And like this, this, and then it's gonna pop the black background for me. All right. So we're gonna take our pop dots or Stampin' Dimensionals, whatever you want to call it. It just gives it a 3D look. That's all it does. And I go through these like cotton candy because I love the extra layers. And I love just the extra oomph it gives. And then I'm going to bring it down a little bit and go like this so you can see the flower in the background, like so. And then we're going to take that pretty black flower, or black ribbon, because I just wanted to make that black cardstock base pop out more. And then I think I got a weird part of this. So I'm gonna peel that off. And then I'm gonna stick that down here. And I like that it's sheer because you can still see it. Make sure you can play with it and fiddle with it once it's on. And I'm going to put the matted black dots as my gem. Thank you, Tammy. I'm going to do the bigger one, maybe. And then I'm going to put a couple of the smaller ones, kind of cascading down paper. And I tend to like to do odd numbers, so I'm going to put 4 going down, and then the 1 will be the bigger one. But this is going to be a sympathy card, and I really thought it was really pretty. And I think the black ribbon really makes it. But like I said, when they put their ribbon on sale and Stampin' Up, grab it. You will find so many different uses for it, especially if you're following me, because I put ribbon on everything. And this ribbon, remember, you can find in the annual catalog, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And it's got the sparkle glitter all the way through. So that's it for that. I hope you enjoyed it. So that's the 2 cards. We'll bring them out. We had a lot of fun. See the different looks? It looks completely different. This one's more of a homey country. I'm gonna throw on a quilt look, and this is very elegant looking and exactly what the stamp said. If you were looking for something new, I would definitely invest in this pair. It's definitely great. And remember, if you want to get that big bonus deal for the Join Plus, you only have 2 days left, tonight and tomorrow. So you should get in. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you have all a great night. I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll actually talk to you guys Tuesday to do the walkthrough of the last chance product sale for the mini catalog. So I'll see you guys Tuesday. You guys have a great weekend. Bye-bye.